Hey y'all. Hello, 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 hello. How's everybody doing today? Hope y'all having a blessed Saturday. And before I even say anything else, I wanna hey Shavondala. Hey girl. Just want to apologize to y'all for coming on so late today. But it's Saturday and it was just, hey boo. It was a slow day for me today, but guess what? Like I say, I'm going to be here, but I might be a little late, y'all, but I'm going to be on here. So I just wanted to come on here like I always do and thank you all for watching the lives that's, the previous lives that I do in the evening and the ones in the mornings. And we had a good informative live last night. So I didn't even realize that it was going to be over 2 hours long. But I guess like when you're trying to explain stuff and, when you're trying to explain stuff and go through every single detail, like the time go by so fast. So for anybody that stayed in for the whole entire time, thank you. If you watched it after it was over, thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and just kind of just chat up for a minute because I'm gonna come back on here at 6 to do the hair color that I said I was gonna do with my daughter's hair. So we gonna start it like an hour before I come on because it's a lot of hair that we have to color or whatever. So I'm gonna start it an hour previously before I come on the live, so therefore you guys don't have to sit through the whole thing, you know what I mean? And then because we have like 3.5 bundles to do. Hey Tish boo. We have like 3.5 bundles to color. So what we could do is just get started, get some of them going, and then I'll save maybe one bundle or whatever until I go live, so we can show y'all like how we did it, whatever, and how we gonna get it to where it's gonna be. So yeah, we had a very informative live last night because I needed to tighten my hair up a little bit just so it could last me for a couple of weeks. And so I just wanted to come on here and show you guys like how I tighten my hair up, if I needed to last me a little bit longer or whatever. So I hope that was helpful, and you guys could use it, whether if you're doing your own hair or doing somebody else's hair, you know what I mean? Hey babes. Yeah, so look, I was just telling Shavonda, like, look, let me apologize in advance for being super late, y'all. Because, 3 hours is not excusable. So, I can see if it's like 30 minutes or an hour, but it's like it was 3 hours. But you know what? My intentions are good. Oh, you didn't get to see it? But see, look, that's what I was saying last night. That's the whole blessing about this live thing, is that if you miss it, you can always go back and watch it. But I know you always in every live, Tish, so I know you mad that you missed it, girl, but look, you can always go back and watch it. So don't worry about it. But we gonna I'm doing the color tonight. So like I said, I'm gonna start the color a little bit early. I'm not gonna like just start the whole thing from the beginning on live, because then it would take way longer to get the whole video done. And plus, when I'm doing that, I'm sure I'm gonna be talking about other stuff in between that as well, because we talked about I know, yeah. Look, girl, look, I understand. Look, I don't have to raise 4 kids. I know how it is when that baby crying. You gotta go. Hey, Sissy Pooh. Yes, I don't know. I don't know what all you missed, but let me see. Oh, you were. I think you were there when I showed the hair. So we did that and showed like how the hair was working or whatever, versus like what I had in my head. Look, no, you're not late. You actually on time. I'm late. Now, look, you know you late when other people think they late. No, you on time. I'm late. I'm like 3 hours late, sis. No, we talked about some other bundles that I had here on hand and kind of showed them, and then we did the tighten up. We did that, and then we also talked about like hair growth. So I don't know if you were on for the hair growth, but okay, well yeah. So if you left then you missed the part with the hair growth too, because I showed like my little regimen that I use. Right, for real. Hey Leo, rather be late than never, right? But then that's what I was saying too, sis. Like, because I really don't expect people to be like on my time frame. You know what I mean? And even if they watching it, like right now, y'all watching me, and I'm 3 hours late or whatever. Like that's the whole like beautiful thing about going live. Is like, because like if people are busy and they got stuff to do, they can always go back and watch it. You know what I mean? Like when they have free time. So I understand, but I want to make sure like all these evening lives or whatever are informative but different. You know what I mean? I don't want to like keep going over the same thing over and over again. So this one is just gonna be color, color, and then whatever we talk about, added to that. That's what that's gonna be about, and it's gonna be fun because I'm actually coloring some hair that's already colored. So I want to see what color it's going to come out to be, because if it's cool, then I could take that color that I'm doing tonight and mimic that, and and create some hair on the hairline that color, and it'll be like a custom color. It won't be something that everybody already has. So I'm like super excited about that. So that's what I was saying too, sis, that when I do the live tonight with the coloring or whatever, because there's so many, it's like 3.5 bundles that we got to color. So I'm not going to do them all. I'm not going to do them all on live like when I start. I'm going to probably start 2, then start the live. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So, other than that, I always like to come on here and show my face. You know what I mean? Show my little fat face. And let y'all know that I appreciate y'all for watching, especially last night, anytime, because, my lives, they usually be like an hour and a half or, over an hour or whatever. So just for the fact that people just like, they tune in, whether they got to, be right back or come right in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just to see like what I got going on, like, it's like amazing, So I appreciate everything. So I just want to make sure that no matter what I do, I always come back on here like the day before, whether it's in the morning or, before the next evening live, and let everybody know, like, look, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for chat, for commenting and sharing and all that good stuff, and sharing informative information, because we gonna do some more of that as well, because I was like really excited about that. And then, speaking of informative information, that's one thing I wanted to tell y'all too, because periodically I go back and check the views on the lives or whatever. So that one that we did with the talking about the police brutality or whatever, the one they was trying to like harass me about, that one actually the views went up a lot. You know what I mean? So I'm happy about that, because at least somebody else gets to see something positive. You know what I'm saying? And it's only like maybe 400 and something views, but that's a lot for me. So I'm excited about that. Because I don't just expect the hair views to go up. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have, like, I want the hair views to go up too. But, like, when you have something important to say, like, from that magnitude, like, and people just continuously watch it, you know what I mean? Like, that's a blessing. So, I'm real happy about that. So, I was more, like, focused on that one than, the other videos or whatever. So, yes. So, they did. Yep, Tish, they did go up. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess since this, like, harassing thing been happening, you know what I mean? Like, every time, like, each person does it, whether if it's the same person or not, and they just acting like they're a different person, like, they go up. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes they'll go up. They won't go up substantially, but they'll still go up. You know what I mean? So, it seems like the more that they doing it, the more they keep going up, higher and higher. So, it's like, hey, you helping me out. So, good looking. Whatever it, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it takes. I mean, because it don't have to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Because they could just come in and be just as positive as anybody else. Hey, T-Boo. Hey, Kiki. Hey, y'all. What's up, y'all? Hey, boo. Look, y'all. It's Saturday. Folks is popping in. Because Saturday is like a busy day. That's one reason why I was like, dang, I should have went, try to go in earlier, because I know people be having plans and stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? Either y'all going out to eat or going to the park or Chuck E. Cheese or something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got something to do on a Saturday. So, like, man. And like I say, I'm like super late, so I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I just wanted to make sure. I don't never want to miss a day. I don't want a day to go by, you know what I'm saying, from here until whenever, that I don't come back on here, you know what I mean, before I get to the next evening live, just to say thank you, you know what I mean, and let y'all know that I appreciate y'all. I enjoy y'all every time y'all come on. Y'all never negative. Y'all always have something empowering to say, you know what I'm saying. It's just like a cool, chill vibe. Right. That's what I'm doing today too. I gotta take care of some stuff today, but I'm gonna do it from, you know what I'm saying, from the room. You know what? Kiki, I'm glad you asked me that. What you can do for now, because like right now everything is getting right, very chill vibe, right, sis? What you can do for now is and I'm gonna keep going on there and re-putting the information up there, because everything is getting set up. But I do have my PayPal business account, but I will only give that information out once that person come into my inbox and then they show me what they want, and then I give you the pricing on it, then then I'll give out that information. But until then, the website and all that stuff, it'll be up and running. But like I was explaining, well, actually me and my sister was talking about this yesterday. It's so many different hairs. I was only able to put up, I think 90 photos yesterday, and I think I have 120. So I still have more photos to put up of the different stuff that I have. But until then, I'm gonna have to come up with this numbering list, so it'll make it easier for me and easier for you guys to order. So when you need something, you know what I mean, you could just inbox me hey, you know what, girl, I need number 5. How much? You know what I'm saying? I need 3 of these, 18, you know what I'm saying, 20 and 22, and then I can go boom, 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 and it'll be faster. But right now it's the pictures, they're not really in a specific order right now. So I had a few people saying oh, you know what, I like the stuff in the first picture, and I just don't know what that is unless that person shows me. So what I'm asking everybody to do for now is, if you could just send me a screenshot of the one that you like and the one that you want to inquire about, it's going to help me go to it so much faster, and then I could just give you a price on it. But so yeah, inbox me and put that picture in, and then I'll give you all the information you need, because like I say, what I don't want to do, you know what I mean, I don't want to be hey Felicia girl, what I don't want to do is, I don't want to be all over live, if people asking me how much is this, how much is that. It's not that I don't want other people to know. It's just that I want to respect other people's, privacy. You know what I mean? Because everybody don't want people to know what they want to spend or what they gonna spend. You know what I'm saying? So I have like a high amount of respect for that when it comes to that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna keep repeating it. You know what I mean? Because I know sometimes, like, if I post it, some people will see it and some people won't see it. Yeah, exactly. Some people will see, the post that I put on there, and some people won't see it. So I'm gonna go in there and put it again and let them know, like, look, just please screenshot it, send it to me. You know what I mean? And then I promise you, I will get right back to you. You know what I mean? Because even though everything is not organized, yet, it's still like up and running. You know what I mean? So it's not going to stop me from getting you guys what you need to get. You know what I mean? But like I was saying before, it's just more imperative for me to like get the information out there and then show you guys, like, look, you know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm bringing to the table. This is what I'm selling. This is what I have. And I just don't want it to be just pictures. You know what I mean? I want you guys to be able to get like some hair demonstrations of the actual hair that I'm selling. So that's why I was so grateful that I was able to do some demonstrations on live last night with 2 of the different textures that I have in the line. And just so happened by coincidence that the 2 that I had, it helped me because I had an 8, 10, and 12. The only thing that I didn't have was 11. You know what I mean? Meaning like 11A. So I had an 8A, a 10A, and a 12A. Which 12A is what I'm wearing now. And then I showed the body wave, the 2-tone body wave, that's a 10A. And then I had the kinky curl hair, that's an 8A. And so it was really good, like, to show people that, you know what I'm saying, like I've been saying all along, like, it doesn't matter, like, if you purchase an 8A versus the 11A, they both should do the same thing, you know what I mean? Like, just because it's cheaper doesn't mean it should be less effective, And so, like, when you get information out like that, then, you know what I'm saying, it makes people, like, let their guard down. And they're like, oh, okay, well, you know what? I'm seeing it for myself. It's not like this person is telling me what this hair is going to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually seeing it with my own 2 eyes, And then it kind of helps them to relax. And then you kind of, like I say, you built that relationship. So that's what's important to me. But, man, I appreciate all the orders. I appreciate, all the questions, all the likes, everything. You know what I mean? Because, for this to take off the way that it did in such a short amount of time, I mean, like, just, right. No matter the price, the quality is still good. Like, just for it to, like, be where it is right now, and I've only been on live for, like, a week. Like I say, tomorrow it'll be 7 days exactly. And how it just, like, picked up overnight is a blessing. You know what I mean? But even though, like, it took me such a long time to get where I am, you know what I'm saying? Like, the outcome is just, like, tremendously, like overwhelming for real. You know what I mean? So, like, each time we do this, you know what I'm saying? It's you know what? It's gonna grow. It's gonna grow. It's gonna grow, and it's gonna be okay. You know what I mean? Like I always say, I'm not tripping for it to fly overnight. You know what I mean? If I never get a 10 million view video again, I'm good with that because I got one. You know what I mean? So I just want to let y'all know I enjoy you guys, and thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you for, you know what I'm saying? Right. Exactly. Right. And that's what I was saying last night, Tish, is like, when you put your name on something, it's not always, it's not a good idea at all, like, to just put your name on something because you just want to make quick money. Because guess what? You might make some quick money, but when it's time for you to make money again, you're not going to make it. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to make money again. So it's like, what do I want to do? Do I want to have a longevity with my, you know what I'm saying, my customers? Or do I just want to fly by night business, So it's like, So I want you to get the same thing every single time, you know what I'm saying, you do business with me, whether if it's a wig or a frontal or bundles or closure or 360 or whatever it is that I'm selling. I want you to get the same quality. You know what I mean? Like, no matter how expensive it is or no matter how cheaper it is than the expensive. You know what I mean? Because the prices are cheap, not the quality. You know, so that's what I wanted to show last night or whatever. Because I was getting to a point where I was just like, you know what? I'm like kind of over like just showing my damn hair on my head. Like, I'm over it. You know what I mean? True. Yep, that's true. Right. They'll complain and then they'll still buy. But you know what? Like, at least if I'm doing it this way, look, Tish, if I'm doing it this way, then let's say they buy and they do complain, right? I'm good, because you know why? Because what you see is what you get. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not blowing smoke up nobody's behind, telling them one thing and then they end up getting another. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm gonna make sure I'm politically correct on everything that I say, anything that I'm advertising, anything that I'm showing y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna make sure I show y'all, like, from the beginning to the end. You know what I mean? Like, even with this hair, you know what I'm saying? I want you to, like I said, I want you to see what it's like when it's new, when it's dirty, when it's old. You know, if you had it in a month, how's it gonna act? You know, if you wash it in the sink, how's it gonna act when you wash it in the sink? If you curl it, you know what I mean? All that. So, right. Look, for real, I can't wait for y'all to get some too. You know what I mean? Because that's like when that happened, that's going to really be cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool now. But, like, when you get to a point when, like, people are, like, literally wearing your stuff on their head, like, oh my God, I can't wait for that, y'all. But I'm patient, but I can't wait, you know? So, yeah, all this stuff, it's gonna pick up, and it's, you know, it's gonna take off the way it's supposed to. Hey, Tonya. Hey, girl. You know, it's gonna take off. Everything is gonna go according to plan. Yeah, right. But you know, like I say, like, you know, I feel like if you are a business person, right, and you're gonna be in a business, and it's gonna be a million other people that do what you do. You know, hey, boo boo, hey, Ebony. It's gonna be a million people doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? So it's no way to get around that. But just because it's a million people that do what I do, it doesn't mean that I have to, like, lie, cheat, or swindle to steal those people's customers away. You know what I mean? So, like, I always tell people, like, look, I'm going to give you every bit, hey, boo-boo, I'm going to give you every bit of energy, every piece of knowledge, everything that I have. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you don't have to use that knowledge or those tips with me. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to buy my hair. What I'm saying is this. Look, if you want to know how to tighten up your hair, this is how you can do it. If you want to learn how to grow your hair really fast, this is how you can do it. If you want to go buy hair with somebody that you've been buying with for years, great. But this is what you ask. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to just offer this information to you. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, it depends on the level of the business. You know what I'm saying? They only going to tell you what they want you to know because they're trying to get that hair off the shelves. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that my line or my business is perfect to anybody else's. That's not what I'm saying at all. I just want to take more time into, like, helping the person by being more informative about, you know what I'm saying, what it is that I'm passionate about. Because I'm not just passionate about hair. Hey, Dad Boo. I'm not just passionate about hair. You know what I'm saying? I'm passionate about a lot of things. So it's like whatever I can share with you guys, that's what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? I'm not just going to keep it like one way just to, like, try to hustle money. Like, money is not everything. It helps, but it ain't everything. You know, so as long as you right, you know what I'm saying? As long as you do things the right way, it's going to come. And it's going to come at the right time. You know? So like I said, y'all, I'm just like excited and elated that stuff just started happening the way that it happened. Yeah. Exactly, sis. Because that's what I was saying last night as well. We was talking about like hair growth and how to like protect your hair and all that type of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because we like to wear our hair in certain ways, it doesn't mean that we got to sacrifice losing our hair to do it. You know what I mean? So there's a whole lot of different ways that we can do it where we don't have to worry about our hair being damaged all the time just to get the same style. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm a living, like, experience of that. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, I'm not bald-headed, but I don't have, like, the world's thickest edges. You know what I'm saying? So if I could get this on and it don't move, just as well as somebody could get theirs on that do have edges, or the person that put theirs on with glue or tape, you just got to figure out, like, how to be, like, you know what I'm saying? You got to figure out, like, how to maneuver around things and figure out what works for this type of head, what works for that type of head. You know, so like I was saying, like, a lot of people don't really want to take the time. They ain't going to admit that, but they don't want to take the time to, like, figure stuff out. You know, it's just like, hey, get them in, get them out. You know what I mean? Instead of them being like, oh, well, maybe I should take this hair, braid it up the same size as her tracks, give her an extended beehive, and then sew it in. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, just put a little love into it. That's all. So yeah, y'all. Look, I don't know. Let me see. Okay, we good. So it's only been 26 minutes. So look, we gonna chop it up a little bit longer. Look, I'm gonna give you. Okay, look, that's a good question. Because you asked me, like, what do I think about the invisible part? I don't like the frontal glue. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was using frontal glue, like for real, I was using the frontal glue, like, 12 years ago. Right? But I didn't, like, really like it anymore because I found out, I don't know if it was the company, like, changing the way they made it or what, but it seemed like it was like damaging people's hair more than it did back in the day. Back in the day, like, you'd be able to use that same type of glue and you'd be good, right? But now it's like, I don't know if they just like trying to make it faster and they trying to come out with different type of brands or whatever, but it's a lot of people that are ending up being allergic to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like literally like burning through their scalp. You know what I mean? Where it's causing like blisters and all that type of stuff. And it's like, if you constantly using it over and over and over again, your scalp is not breathing. Whether if you're using it around the perimeter or if you're using it as an invisible part. But like I say, like, to each his own. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of times where you like, you know, I need my hair done. I don't have time to sit down and get a weave, sew and weave. Or I don't have time to sit down and get braids and you just want a quick weave real quick. I got that. You know what I mean? But just protect your hair. And number one, protect your hair. Number two, when you make sure you protect your hair, make sure that glue is not like literally like sitting on top of your hair. Because guess what? It don't matter what you put in it. Cooking oil, balm remover, transmission fluid, whatever you put in it to get it out, it's still going to pull your hair out. You know what I mean? Even if you sit there for hours and let it get soft, it's still going to pull your hair out. So I'm just saying, like, make sure, like, if a person was going to use it, I don't like it for myself. But if other people had to use it from time to time, then I would just say, you know what, just be careful. Protect your hair first. And, you know, when you do use it, like, don't like, use it as, like, a, you know, like a full-time outlet. You know what I mean? Because I see a lot of women, like, they'll just go get, like, quick weaves. Every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks they're getting quick weaves. Like, you got to let your hair breathe. You know what I mean? You got to let your hair breathe. If your hair is not in a position where it's in a protective style, meaning, like, if it's not tracked up or whether if you have a sew-in or if you have some, like, feed-in braids or something that your hair is put away, then your hair is constantly getting damaged. You know, getting damaged. Yeah, the Got2b glue gel is good. I like all their products actually, but what I learned with them is that you can use it, but you can't use it all the time. Cause you know, my scalp and my face is sensitive, so it's like it gets it done. It will do. That got to be glue gel. It will like get the job done just as well as bonding glue or lace glue will do. But you know, I guess the gel is like, it's such a strong holding gel that if you use it over and over constantly, like I say, like, hey boo boo, if you use it constantly, then like your body chemistry, it starts to like notice like, okay, now it's something here that usually wasn't here all the time. And so like I was mentioning before with that, like if I go outside and it's really hot, you know what I mean, it's over 100 degrees, I'm gonna sweat. So that means that all that gel is coming down into my pores, into my face, and then before I know it, I look up, I'm all broke out. Hey boo boo, I'm all broke out. And you know what I mean, like now my skin and everything is all funky, you know what I mean. So it's like with that, I use it and then I put it away, you know what I mean, or I'll go back and forth. Like last night when I did the tighten up, right, I just used the Got2b glue wax instead, just to put my hair up in the back, you know what I mean, because I could have used the gel and it would have did the same thing, if not better. But the wax, it's effective, but it's not as solid or as strong as the gel. So what I will say about Got2b glue is they have different levels as well. So you don't always have to go to like the you know what I'm saying, you don't always have to go to the strongest thing, because everybody's hair textures are different. Some people have really, really thin hair, some people have really thick hair where they might need something stronger, versus somebody that have thin hair who probably can't handle that, you know what I mean. So I'll give them that, you know what I'm saying, it works, and they have like different levels, you know, and it's temporary, you know what I mean. So it's only a couple of days, and if you need to take it out really quick, you just hit it up with some water, come right off. So I like it for that reason or whatever. But you know what, I just say, like, just stay away from the glue if you can, you know what I'm saying. Guess what, if you have to take a little time out with your hair, as far as like getting sew-ins, then get sew-ins. If you have to take time with your hair and get into the wigs, right, that's that's why I like it too, because it's like, even though a lot of people buy it for different reasons, it's just like, okay, look, we're gonna make this stuff, but we're gonna make it like level 1, 2, 3 or whatever. Okay, if you don't want the gel, I mean the clear gel, we got the white gel, it's waterproof. Or you can go with the clear gel. Or guess what, because a lot of people also say that okay baby, let me know, because look, I need some hair models too, because I gotta start getting this hair out on the streets. Yeah, but you know what, like Tish, we use Got2b glue for a lot of stuff in this house. I know me and my daughter do. Like I use it for like my wigs, or if I want to lay some baby hair down or something like that, or to keep my frontal down, I use it for that reason. My daughter likes it for her ponytails because it actually slicks her ponytails down good. And I believe that she likes the gel, and she likes the spray as well. So I make sure I buy the gel, the spray. But what I was saying with that is that the gel, right, they have the waterproof gel, which is like more of a white paste. Girl, you ain't no plain Jane. But the white one is like, it's more of a paste, right? And then the clear one is more of a thinner consistency, right? But to me, even though the clear one is thinner, I find for myself that the clear one gives you more of a hold than the waterproof one. Because like the clear one, since it's like so thin, that like say if you go work out real quick, or you go outside and you sweat a little bit, and guess what, it might lift on you just a little bit. But then when like you get somewhere and you like drying off and your scalp is drying, it go right back in. You know, so it's not like you never have to go back and put a little bit more on it just to hold it down. Like, but the white one is like, I don't know. It's just like, yep, the one in the yellow tube is the white one. That's the paste one. And they say the yellow one is the waterproof one, which is like, you know, the one they say you could go swimming with and all that crap. But I've used the yellow one and then, you know what I'm saying, got in the shower, but my hair is tied down. Got in the shower, you know, and didn't even wet my hair. The steam is hitting. And then, like, my stuff is, like, low-key lifting up underneath my scarf. You know? So, I'm like, you know what, and I've tried both together. I didn't like it because both of them together, it made, like, a cloudy, like, white substance on your hair. So, I didn't like that. So, I was like, you know what, let me try the gel and see how it works by itself. And when I did that, that was it. So the yellow one has actually just been sitting in my drawer. I don't even use that. But the what is it called? The Blast Freeze spray. The Blast Freeze spray, and then they also have another one too. They have two. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull them out. Gianni, real quick. Can you do me a favor and grab me those two sprays? The two Got To Be Glue sprays? Under the sink. Because one of these sprays, you guys, I just found by mistake. I was actually going to get, I was actually going to,
my Takis.
yeah, I forgot to tell you they were yours. This is the Blast Freeze right here. This one. So, like, some people, like, they'll use the yellow Got To Be Glue in a tube and then put this on top and then and hold it down. Or I've used this by itself without any gel or anything, and it holds it down. But this one is like really, really strong, right? So some days you don't feel like that. Some days, like, you don't want to have like all that pullage, you know what I mean? Like, because it's literally gonna be on your skin, right? Because you're not putting that the Got To Be Glue on your hair. You know what I mean? Because if you put it on your hair and then lay the frontal down, guess what? The traction is gonna pull your hair anyway. So you basically putting that Got To Be gel like around, you know, below your hairline, but on your skin. So if you're using that every single time, guess what? Around here is just gonna start getting super irritated. Probably start breaking out. Then it's probably gonna start like breaking your skin. It's gonna cause a problem. So sometimes you just gotta switch it up. So this one is like, this is the one that really, really holds. And then when I went to go like restock up, I ended up finding this one, right? And I was like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? So I found this one, and this one is below this one. So this one is the strongest one, and then this one is just like, you know, if you just you want something strong, but you don't want it like, you know, too strong. And this one is the Insane Hold. This is Insane Hold, and this is Blasting Hold right here. So I like this one better now than I do this one. I like them both, but for what I'm trying to do right now, I love this one more. So I don't even, and it's new, right? Maybe that's why I hadn't seen it before. Because if it was there, I would have saw it and I would have grabbed it. But I don't. Hopefully it'll be on the shelves longer, and they don't take it off. Because usually, like, sometimes when they put something new out, they'll put it off for a while to see how it does, and then if it don't do the way they want it to do, they'll take it off the shelf. So hopefully it doesn't happen that way, and that they'll keep it. Or if not, I need to grab a few of these bottles before they do. And it wasn't even expensive, you guys. It was like I tell you this much, it was way cheaper than the Blast Freeze. That one was like $8, and this one was like $4. You know, this was $4, like $4 and some change. like the regular price. So imagine like if we find it on sale, you know what I mean? If you find it on sale, it'll probably be like way cheaper than $4. But it does just the same thing, you know what I mean? Like I've even used this, right? And say, you know what, like, oh, you know what, I gotta make sure I have like a semi-tight hole today. And then I'll put some on and like hit it with my blow dryer or whatever to let it dry, and then I'll go back on it again, like do like 2 or 3 layers, put it on, and it's good. And won't have to do it over until like maybe 3-4 days. And that's just with the spray, no gel. But I'm saying like the gel or whatever, like, it's bomb. That gel is bomb. Because a lot of people say that like the Gorilla Snot or whatever, like, but to me that got to be glue. That gel is bomb. Because like when you're trying to lay down your ponytails or, you know what I mean, or do different stuff with it, like, it worked. You know, but all in all, like, back to the question that we really had, like, or what we were talking about before, like, look, whatever, no matter what it is you use, you know what I'm saying, whether it's hairspray or glue, tape, or bonding glue, anything that's going to put tension on your hair and cause like some type of pullage or attraction or whatever, like, just be extremely careful, you know what I mean? It is better than Gorilla Snot. Just be careful, you know what I mean? Like, and the way you could be careful is like by not overdoing it, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to worry about like using it as like an everyday routine. Like, switch it up, because as long as you switch it up, you'll be good, you know what I mean? Because you actually, like, when you do that, I believe you actually like giving your hair enough time to rest, you know what I mean? So if you was wearing the gel and the spray and then you took a chill pill for like a week or 2 and went back to it later, then it kind of helps your hair, you know, your scalp and all that to regroup, to be strong enough to go back and, you know, go back at it, you know, at it again. So just be like very cautious about, you know, how often you do certain things. And another thing is that's important is for me is protein treatments. You know what I'm saying? Because protein treatments are important. Yeah, exactly. If you're not going nowhere, like, it's no need to put all that crap in your head. Like, you know what I mean? If you want to throw a scarf on, or if you just want to go rogue, like, you don't always have to like flat iron it, or, you know what I mean, like curl it, or you don't have to do all that. You know, or just put it up in the bun or whatever. But oh, what I was saying, the protein treatments, right? Those are important. Because, you know, like, actually, the protein in your natural hair is actually what keeps your hair strong, right? So when you're doing all these other hairstyles like braids, tracks, weaves, ponytails, right? A protein treatment is like a treatment that you would put on your hair, and it's actually a liquid. And I have that bottle too, and I'm gonna get that and show you. It's made by, they have one made by Alpha-G. It's a protein treatment by Alpha-G. And you use it like once every 6 weeks or whatever. You wash your hair or whatever. You put this on, you put the treatment on your hair. And what's going to happen is, whether if you get under a hair dryer or you just let it air dry, your hair is going to get like really, really, really rock hard. You know what I mean? So once it dry, like once it starts drying, it even tells you like, look, don't try to comb it, don't try to brush it, let it be. You know what I mean? So if you, whatever it is that you couldn't comb before it starts drying, don't worry about it. So you basically just take this like liquid, and it's, you know what, it smells, it's like equivalent to a raw egg. And if you don't have Alpha-G, you can actually use a raw egg. Excuse me, because I was just about to say that. Because Alpha-G, you know, it could be on a little bit of the expensive side. But, and it's always good to have like in your cabinet or whatever. But if you don't have it, go get you a couple of eggs and whip it up and put it on there. It's gonna dry it, you know, just the same. But I think the Alpha-G, it just gives you like a stronger it makes your hair stronger like right away. So like once you rinse it out and everything, like you can see the difference in your hair. Like your hair feels like way stronger than it did before. So like that's important to do. You know what I mean? It's just like back in the day, like when we was growing up, our moms or whatever, like when they would like put conditioner on our hair or do treatments, like they would go in the kitchen and get some mayonnaise, an egg, and some milk and whip that stuff up and put it on your hair, and we didn't like it because it stank. But our hair, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, it stayed really healthy. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can't, if you're not able to get to the treatment, you can use, yeah, right. The conditioner caps work really good, sis. But, like, note to self, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I've been, like, putting it in my hair, and it'll be, like, really saturated, like, while I'm combing it. And then it'll start getting sticky, and then it'll start drying. And then I'm like, oh, shoots, like, let me just stop, you know what I mean? Because, like, 1 or 2 times, like, I probably, like, low-key probably, like, pulled a few plugs out of my hair, like, because, you know, you be trying to hurry up and get it through, or just do it in sections, you know what I mean? Don't try to do it all at one time. Don't try to do the whole head at one time. Please don't do that. So what you could do is part it into 4 sections, or whatever, and then do each section at one time, and then move on to the next one until you finish. You know what? Like, they have like different levels of caps too, right, sis? Depending on like how much you want to spend. I'm saying, because you can get like the real expensive one, or you could get the cheaper ones. Because like the ones that I get, from time to time, the ones that I get, I usually get them from like Dollar Tree, you know, which is like the aluminum one. It's like, it looks like foil, and I only pay $1 for it. But you know, if I have a little bit of spending money, then I'll get like a you know, a better cap that's more permanent. Right. Oh, look. Look, I'm glad that you said that, because I wanted to show y'all this last night. Hold on 1 second. Let me grab this right quick. Hold on. Because I actually took it out, but then I was running my mouth so much. Please. Oh, that thing is, let me stop before it falls. But it's actually holding up good right here. Look, y'all, so look. See this one right here? I got this one from Sally's right here. Right? And this one was $9. Matter of fact, it was $9.99, and then I had like a $5 off coupon at the time. So initially I paid $5 and some change for it. Right? So this is like a hair dryer. So like, you know, like my sister said, like it's different levels. You know what I mean? So I'm sure she'll show you like the ones that she has. But I just needed something like really quick for a lot of different reasons. And I just happened to pick this one up. And then like, it's really cool, you guys, because, you know what I'm saying, it comes in this cute little pouch right here. So it's like, it's really like small and condensed or whatever. And you can use your hand blow dryer with it. You know, so if you don't have like a big hair dryer, you know, then this will be the way to go. You know, so basically, okay. So basically, it's like this, right? It has this like long tube right here. It has this long tube, and then this is the part. This is the part that you put your blow dryer into, your hand blow dryer, right? You put it in there, and then here's your cap, right? So this is the part that goes on your head, and all you do is put it on your head. You know what I'm saying, like this, right? put it on your head, and then you take these little clasps and like tie it down, so that when you turn it on, it just kind of like opens up and then it heats up. So if you need it to be hot, if you need it to be cold, or whatever, like you can put it on whatever temperature you need it to be on, and it's gonna do what it needs to do. But you know what I mean? I wasn't ready to spend like a whole lot of money at the time, so I was like really happy that they had this at that time. I think they still have them though. Yeah, it could be the because you know what? Anything that can create heat can be to dry your hair, or it could be to treat your hair. You know what I'm saying? That's why I brought up the protein treatment, right? Because like the protein treatment, like when I put it on, sometimes I'll let it air dry, and if I'm letting it air dry, then I gotta worry about, you know, like the Alpha G like dripping down my neck and it's all sticky, and I want it to dry super fast. You know what I mean? Or I want it to get in there really good into my roots. So this like really helps with that. You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? Like if I wash my hair, you know what I mean? Because I do not blow dry my hair with a hand blow dryer at all. So like if I wash my hair in the shower or whatever, but I want my tracks to dry. You know what I'm saying? Because like you don't want to keep your tracks moist, because that can kind of create bacteria, and then it's gonna have like this real bad, like kind of like funky mildew smell, like when you taking it out. So like having one of these at home helps, you know what I mean? Because like if you have one of these at home and you wash your hair, or you just trying to dry your protein treatment, then it's hands free, number one, and two, it's like it's really getting in there like as if you would be at a salon and they putting you under that hair dryer. You know what I mean? Because like if you notice, like when somebody go gets their hair done at a salon or what have you, when they get in that deep conditioner, they'll put the conditioner on, they'll put that plastic cap on and put you under there for 10 minutes. That's because like the, you know what I'm saying, the heat is like really penetrating through the scalp. Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like this thing is like super cool because like you can use it for anything. You can use it for a roller set, flexi rod set. If you just want to dry your tracks and you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause sometimes if you take a hand blow dryer and you try to like dry your tracks, the air like manipulates the hair, and then it'll start making static, and it'll be all clingy, and it'll just be a mess. But if you have like one of these or an actual hair dryer and you go underneath, it's just gonna focus on the roots first and then work its way outside afterwards. You know, so this is just, you know, like I said, it's just a suggestion. And I've had this for a while, you know. I've had it for a while, and it's been working good for me ever since I got it. And, you know, for $10, you can't beat that for $10. So it's like when you finish using it, you just ball up your little thingy right here. You just ball it up like that. And then your little front part that you have right here, you just take it like this and fold it up like this. Right? So you fold it up, it goes back small or whatever, and then you just put it back into your bag. Or they also have like the expensive ones, or the ones that cost a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like those are good to have too. But you know, like I say, like sometimes you're not always in a position to spend that type of money. You know what I mean? When you have it, you have it, and when you don't have it, you don't have it. So that's like some other stuff that I like or whatever that I like to use. And I also brought the Alpha G treatment, so you can see it, Trees. So this is the Alpha G treatment. You probably saw this before. I'm sure you've seen this like a million times. So it looks like this, right? And this is a bigger bottle. And this bottle, 16-ounce bottle, cost me almost $20 just for the 16-ounce bottle. And then they have one that's about that tall, and they charge you like $5-6 for it. But when you put this on your hair, and you let it dry, and sometimes, you know what, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. Depending on how bad I feel like my hair needs it, sometimes I let it stay in my hair overnight. You know, because there's been times that my hair has felt like really fragile, and it feel like it want to break off, and you know, all that crazy stuff. And I'll put it on, and when it dries on me, I'll let it dry first before I tie it down. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to tie it down when it's still like wet, because then that whatever I'm tying it down with is gonna be stuck to my head. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want that to happen. But once it completely dries, then I would take like a scarf or something, tie my hair down, and then I would just go to sleep and wake up and rinse it out. You know, so it could be like extra strong, you know, after you rinse it out. But no matter if you sleep in it overnight or if you take it out in a couple hours or 30 minutes, you're going to feel a difference right away. You're going to feel a difference in the strength, and then you also are going to see a difference in the texture of your hair. So say like if you somebody that color treats your hair, or you perm your hair, right? Because usually like when you perm your hair or you get it colored a lot, like you start to lose like your natural pattern in your hair. So if your hair was like naturally curly, and then when you perm it, it goes straight, and you always see like those straight pieces, like I call them like little straggly pieces, you know what I'm saying, on the end. When you put this in and then rinse it out, you'll start to see like your natural curl pattern even coming back. You know what I mean? Which is like the natural curly pattern that we probably would have like when we were younger, like when we were kids. You know, it's just that, you know, your hair pattern changes over time when you become older, because like we begin to do more and more and more stuff to our hair. But if you notice like, okay, boo. But if you notice like when we were younger, or I know when my daughter was younger, like I would comb her hair and put like little ponytails in it. I would just give me like a cup of hot water and some grease and maybe a little gel and just comb her hair, and her curls would always stay. But then like when you get older and you start to blow dry, you start to cut it, you start to color it, you start to do all this crazy stuff, then it changes the natural pattern than what it initially was. Yeah, try it out. You know what? If you try it out, I guarantee you'll like it. Because you know what? They tell you like use it like once every 6 weeks. And sometimes I ain't even gonna lie. Sometimes I don't wait 6 weeks all the time. Especially like when I'm taking a weave out. That's really when I want to do it. You know what I mean? So it's been times I've done it like 4 weeks out, 5 weeks out. You know what I mean? It just depends. But it works so much. It's like I have to have it. And if I get to a point where my bottle is like down here, I'm like, oh hell no, I gotta get another bottle. So, you know, even if I can afford this bottle or the small bottle, like, hey, I have to have something. Or sometimes I might not be able to afford the small bottle and I have to get the little packs, because you know they also sell them in individual packs as well. You know what I mean? So it's like if you just want to do like a quick protein treatment on your hair or whatever, like you can just run like to your local beauty supply or Sally's or whatever and just grab you a couple of packs of it. You know what I mean? Knock it out. Or just buy more than you need and then do what you got to do, and then keep some on standby. Yeah, exactly. But you know what? Like, speaking of what you just said, Tish, like the hair care that we were talking about last night, because you didn't get a chance to see it. Like I was showing the girls like the regimen that I use to grow my hair back, because you know what I'm saying. Because I always tell people like, look, I have edges or whatever, but they're not as thick as I want them to be. So I'm working on that. So it's like I came up with this method, kind of researched it, and it worked, and it works really fast. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was saying, like, If you need me to explain it to you, I will. I'll go back over it with you personally. But if not, and you just want to see for yourself, like, you can always go back to that video and see exactly what it was that we was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because I even showed the girls like the minoxidil. Minoxidil is basically Rogaine. That's all it is. And the different oils that I use with it. And so Rogaine is basically to like it's basically to kickstart your hair. You know what I mean? To kickstart your hair, to get it like, you know, up and running, and you're gonna see hair growth like immediately. You know what I mean? I was just showing them like which one I use versus which one that I'm not really feeling, because they have one for men and women, and I just come to find out I just prefer the one that they make for men. Yeah, Rogaine. You know, Rogaine would be the brand name, I'm assuming, and then minoxidil is like the, you know, the generic name or medical term for, I don't know. But it's either Rogaine or it's either gonna be Rogaine or it might be minoxidil on the box. It's the same thing. And so the men Rogaine is 5%, and the women's is 2%, right? They both grow your hair, but I just come to find out that the man one grows my hair way faster. You know what I'm saying? As long as I stay on my regimen, you know what I mean? If that's once a day or once every 2 days, as long as I continue to do it in that pattern, it grows way fast. So we talked about the Rogaine, we talked about the different oils like the Wild Grow, the hair thickener, and the Jamaican black castor oil. Talked about that. And then we also talked about making sure that your hair stays moisturized, because that's important, because you can use the minoxidil and you can use the oils. Yeah, you can use the minoxidil and you can use the oils. But if you're not moisturizing your hair along with that, then it's either going to take longer for your hair to grow, you know what I mean? Or you're going to find yourself like doing it more, and then sometimes you might feel like, why is it not working to its highest potential? It has nothing to do with the product. It's just that you need to moisturize your hair. Yeah, it works really good. So like I always say, like, look, get you a plain spray bottle. I don't care if it's an old one or a dollar one from the dollar store. Just get you a plain spray bottle, and all you have to do is keep watering it. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to put anything in that spray bottle, because you already have your minoxidil and then you have your oils on your hair already. So when you hit it with that spray bottle, it's going to moisturize your hair, and it's just basically like it's basically equivalent to watering a plant. You know, that's the example that I gave the girls last night. It's like, okay, you have this plant that you know you need to water every other day, 2-3 times a day, in order for it to continue to grow. But guess what? You haven't watered it in a week. So what happens? The plant is gonna die. It's the same thing with your hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, the same hair follicles that we have on our head is kind of similar to plant follicles, and you know how they grow. So as long as you have those steps, you know what I mean? Like I said, like when it comes to oils, like you can use the oils you want to use. It doesn't have to be what I prefer or what my sister prefer. As long as you're using the oils that you like, then that's what matters. You know what I mean? But have some oils to like moisturize your scalp. You know what I mean? And then if you decide to use the minoxidil, then you do that, plus your oils, and then, you know, do your little moisture. You don't have to like soak your hair. You know what I mean? Like just mist it or whatever. Because when you mist your hair, it's gonna like help to really penetrate that stuff that you just put in your hair. You know what I'm saying? Versus it just being dry and just slapping it on there. So that's what we talked about too last night. I'm gonna tell you like this. We usually go and like if we go to the grocery store or whatever, or a Whole Food place or something like that, like we'll get like the real big bottle or whatever, because like we like to cook with it a lot. You know what I mean? Because you can cook with it, you can eat it, you can put it in your hair. You know what I mean? Like, that's literally like olive oil, like virgin olive oil. Like, they used to use that for newborn babies. You know what I mean? Like, when newborn babies had like that cradle cap in their head, like they would take that olive oil, that what's it called, palm peel olive oil, and put it in their hair and kind of like, you know, brush it out or whatever. So, yeah, it's really good. It doesn't have to be a particular brand either, you know, as long as it's olive oil. But like I say, like, I will get the real big one from the grocery store, and I'll just get me like a little container or something and pour something in the container, you know, and leave it separated, of course, because if, you know, if you're gonna be cooking with it, you don't want to be going to get it to to use it for your hair, and you got to cook with it. Yep. Right, sis. And you know, coconut oil is good for a lot of stuff, because at one point in time, like, I was actually like taking my coconut oil, you know, in a dose, like a spoonful a day, because it works from the outside in, but it works even better from the inside out. So, you know, I would go to like GNC or, you know, like the grocery store and buy it, and then I would just take a spoonful of it. You know what I mean? Or use it for my skin, or use it for my face or my hair or whatever. You can use it for a lot of stuff, and it works really good. So yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like this, like that's pretty much like the live that we had last night. You know what I mean? So, like I say, at the end of the day, you feel really good about it, because it's like, okay, even though I had a chance to like do some demos on what it is that I have, what I'm selling, great. But at the end of the day, like, you know, you feel good because you get to show something, you get to pass it on to somebody else, and then either they can use it on themselves, or if they do hair, they can do it, you know, with their clients, you know, whatever. It's like you just passing on all this information, you know what I mean? And it's just like, you know, it's just like opening the floodgates to, you know what I'm saying, like some like really long lasting relationships, you know what I mean? So it's like, sometimes like a person can be like so vain, you know what I'm saying? They could be like so vain and egotistical and don't even really know it. And it's like, you know, they're sitting here wondering like, damn, you know what I'm saying, why I ain't got no friends? Well, you don't have no friends because you all into yourself. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to like share the love, you know? So I was just like excited about that we, you know, we was able to like cross so many so many levels of hair topics, you know what I mean? So yeah. So the one for tonight, like I said, we gonna start early before we go live, because what I don't want to do, you know what I'm saying, because it's a whole little process, you know, and I'm sure y'all know this, but it's a whole little process when you got to mix up the dye and have everything laid out, and then it's like, why get on here and you have to do all that? You should just be ready, you know what I mean? And so you could do like, have 2 of them done, and then on your way into the 3rd, you know what I'm saying? And then that way everybody can see what you've worked on thus far, and you don't have to take them through the whole entire journey. And on top of that, you got to sit there and wait for it to change, you know what I'm saying? So if I start like 2 bundles early, like I'll say like 45 minutes to an hour early, then by the time I come on a live with you guys can kind of start seeing the color, you know what I'm saying? Because I can show you guys like, look, this is the color that we started with, and this is how it's starting to look now, you know what I'm saying? So look, like I said, we're gonna get this live stuff together. So, and then you know, while I'm working on that, then I'm gonna think of some stuff to talk about as well. Hey, Rashida. Right, exactly, sis. We'll have comparison pieces, you know what I'm saying? And then, hey, boo. And then at the same time, you know what I'm saying, we don't, like, I don't want to do that, you know, because I'll be like, man, you know, even though I want to see what's going to happen, it's like, girl, come on. You know what I mean? Like, you could have been a little more prepared. So, it's like, you know, I'm going to just start it off, And then, like you say, that way we'll have some comparison pieces of, you know, then versus now. And then go from there. And then, you know, then we can watch the third one change together while I'm talking or whatever. You know, so I'm going to think of some other topics that we could throw into it, you know. So this one can be just as informative as the one last night was. You know. So I don't know. I don't know if we could do like skincare or, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm going to figure something out though. So we're going to do that. And then it's going to be 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is when we're going to come on. So we'll start prepping and everything at 5. Yeah, skincare. And look, if we do talk about skincare, look, you can jump in. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Sheeta. Thank you for sharing the video. Yeah, look, sis, you can chime in on that skincare. Look, you can chime in on the hair. You know what I'm saying? Because you got your license as well, boo. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to just like I don't mind talking to you guys or whatever, but I don't want it to just always be about me, be my voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want y'all to chime in and bring up some stuff too, and you know, where therefore we can conversate back and forth. And, you know, if we keep it that way, you know what I'm saying, we won't be bored. You know what I mean? Because, like, it could get to a point, I'm just saying, like, y'all, it could get to a point where it's, where it start feeling like a little infomercial. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, like if you wake up like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and somebody trying to sell some shit, like, that's like so whack to me. So it's like you just want to like get everybody included. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know that they're involved. It's like we all on here. You know what I'm saying? When we get on here, we all say hello to each other. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. So, man, look, I swear to God, sis, I'm trying to learn from everybody's mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I wanna go hard. You know what I'm saying? I wanna be a hard salesman. But I'm not trying to like overdo it, you know what I mean? Like, I want it to be like just the way it's supposed to be. So it's like you kind of like look at what other people do, and it's like, man, that's not where I want to be at. You know what I'm saying? Like, no shade or whatever. Like, if that's what you got to do, if that's what you want to do, then cool. But no. But yeah, it just make you feel like, you know what I'm saying, when you go on there, and then, you know, a lot of times, like, when you go on there, and I know it gets harder, you know what I'm saying? Like, so meaning like as time goes on and you're going to start to get like more people watching you at the same time, you know, while you live, you might miss some things, you know what I'm saying? But, and guess what? I'm sure I might miss some things too, you know, but for the most point, I'm going to try to make sure that if I am at the point where my life is going bigger, then I'm going to try to have somebody on the side like, hey, you know what, like while I'm talking, running my mouth, can you kind of like, you know what I'm saying, look at the laptop and, you know, can you type as I'm talking? Because I can see it, but it doesn't mean I can type it. Can you type it for me? I'll tell you what to say. Just type it in for me. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want nobody to go miss. Because there's been a lot of times I went into like a live or whatever, and it'll be popping, and you'll say something, and it's like, you'll see like 10, 20 people, they won't even get, you know what I'm saying, acknowledged. You know, it's just like, it just goes right up. And then a person will be like, you didn't even shout me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't even say hello. Like, so it's like, you don't want it to be like that. Right. Exactly. That's why I said, you know what, like, this is like super cool, but now I have to like push it up a notch and start, you know what I'm saying, networking outside. You know what I mean? Hey, nephew. I gotta start networking out, you know, go out and network. You know what I mean? If that mean I gotta you know what I'm saying, get my flyers together and go out there and pass my flyers out and talk to people while I'm wearing my shirts that got my company on it. That's what I do. You know what I mean? If I got to go up to my daughter's school after school and pass out some flyers to these girls, that's what I'll do. But I gotta start networking outward, you know, like really soon. Hey baby, I love you. Yeah, so man, you know, like I say, y'all, I don't know. I think I'm gonna be honest. I think the fact that it took me so long to get where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? It took that whole 2 years to finally like be here, that I was kind of used to it like going kind of slow. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's crazy because it's like, okay, yeah, I've been like doing like, you know, getting everything together for 2 years, but it's like, okay, I was preparing myself for like this, you know, this whole thing to go super slow, like maybe like one person to watch, maybe 10 people will view it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot. But all in all, I'm grateful, you know what I'm saying? I'm just grateful for the fact that, you know what I'm saying, I'm able to do something positive, you know what I'm saying, where I can support myself, support my family, you know what I'm saying? I can inspire my kids, my nieces, my nephews, you know what I'm saying? So that therefore they can go out and they can do stuff and they can be great, you know what I'm saying? Like all this stuff has a bigger meaning, you know what I mean, than just me being a business owner. It's like for real, it's crazy. You know, but like I say, you know, even though it's going in the route that it's going, like I'm forever humble, you know what I mean? So it's like, because it could be 1 minute, one day, the next minute it could be dry for like 5 days, you know what I'm saying? And if it is, I'm okay with that, you know what I mean? So it's just like, this is how you know, like, this shit is real. Because I've been like, for real, I've been like low-key tripping in my head, like, Lord, okay, ain't no turning back now. Like, ain't no turning back, it's out there. So, like, you have no choice but to make this shit work. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get it together for real, y'all. And especially with y'all, like, you know what I'm saying, helping me and supporting me and all this stuff, like, wow, it's crazy. But look, y'all, I love you guys so much. You know what I'm saying? I'll always want to come on here the next day. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's in the morning. Right. See? Exactly. Like, we was all able to, like, link up with each other. You know what I'm saying? So, guess what? We all gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? It's gonna be something that you want to do in your life, Tish. Something my nephew gonna want to do in his life. Something my sister gonna want to do in her life. You know what I'm saying? And we all gonna uplift each other. And you know what I'm saying? Motivate each other to do good. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna hate on each other. We gonna, you know what I'm saying, stay strong for one another when one of us is weak. You know what I'm saying? When one of us come in here and one of us is pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a couple days ago. You was the other night. You know what I'm saying? Like we got each other's back. So we gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep it that way. You know, so like I always do, like I'm never gonna, you know what I'm saying, I'm never gonna break my promise. I might be late, you know what I'm saying, but I ain't gonna never break my promise. So I always, you know what I'm saying, it's very important to me to come on here every morning or the next day just to say thank you so much for taking the time out for me, you know what I'm saying, to talk to me, to listen to me, to share my information, you know what I'm saying, to give me advice, to help me out with what I'm trying to start to do. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for all the information on the t-shirts. Cause look, Chris is not on here right now, but thank you, Chris, for giving me the website for the t-shirts, and I'm gonna get on that, I promise. It's just like just trying to put everything in perspective right now because, you know what I'm saying, I haven't had time to let it settle, you know, but that's a good thing because it'll keep me on my toes, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, you know, I appreciate everything. I appreciate her, like, just saying, like, going on there real quick, like, hey, you know, go here, look for your shirts, you know what I mean? I appreciate Tish telling me, hey, go to Best Buy. I appreciate my sister, like, bitch, you better call Vistaprint. You know what I'm saying? All that, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter, man. It don't matter, like, how big or small it is. It's like, it's all appreciated. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people will forget you know what I'm saying, to just say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we'll feel like it's just small. It's like, okay, whatever. No, fuck that. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't have to do that for me. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Whatever it is that you're doing for me, you're going to get it right back in return. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, the ones that know me, that, you know, that my family, my nieces, my nephews, my sisters, you know, all that, they know me. They know when I got your back, I got your back to the end. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for all the new people that's coming on here and getting to know me as an individual, you know what I'm saying? You'll grow to learn that how I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I gonna see all sides of me. You know what I'm saying? I might be on here crying next week. I don't know. Okay, sis. Because you know what? I'm going to get some of that stuff done today as well. You know what I mean? It's just that I just have to do a little bit at a time, because, like, if I take too much time to say, you know what, like, okay, I'm going to work on the list, I'm going to work on the shirts and this and that, then when it's time for me to go on, then that gets neglected. So it's like, okay, let me work a little bit at a time until I get everything in order. But it's gonna come together, you know. But look, I love y'all and I appreciate you guys so much. And so I'm gonna start setting up at 5 before I go live. You know what I'm saying? Because I really try to be strict on myself in the evening. You know what I'm saying? Not that I shouldn't be strict in the morning, but in the evening I'm really like sympathetic. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different time zones and it gets late, and so everybody have things to do. So yeah, love you more. So I'm gonna set up at 5, get everything going, because that's what I was doing last night. You know what I mean? Like, you got to get the camera ready, you got to get your products out, you know, everything you're gonna do. So we're gonna set up at 5, do 2 of the bundles first, so therefore when I come on, like, you guys will see it already changing. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to wait like 30 to 60 minutes to see, you know, to see it change color. And then I'm gonna save a bundle, you know what I'm saying, for you guys to see me do live. Okay? So I'm gonna get off here. You know what I'm saying? I love you, love you, love you. And I'm gonna tell you, like I tell you every day, like, you know what I'm saying, I don't care who it is, like, don't let nobody stop you from what it is you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get a better job, get you a better job. You know what I'm saying? If you want a house, get a house. If you want a car, get a car. You know what I'm saying? If you want a business, go get your business. You know what I'm saying? And always put yourself around people that's going to uplift you, that's going to support you, you know, that's not going to tear you down or hate on you low-key. Right. So, you know what? I'm going to let you guys go or whatever, because I'll keep rambling on, and then I'll see you guys later on at 6. Okay? Bye-bye.